Forecasting the global economy in 2050 is based on key trends like population growth, technological advancements, environmental challenges, and political stability. While exact rankings are speculative, studies like those from PwC and Goldman Sachs offer insights into which economies will be the largest. Tash Top 50 World Economies in 2050, predicted growth from 2024 to 2050. 1. China. Expected to remain the largest economy, driven by its technological innovation and population size. 2. India. Rapid growth due to its young population, increased urbanization, and economic reforms. 3. United States. Slower growth, but will remain a dominant player thanks to its innovation and financial power. 4. Indonesia. Strong demographic growth and increasing industrialization. 5. Brazil. Rich in natural resources, Brazil will continue to grow as its industries diversify. 6. Russia. Growth will depend on economic diversification and geopolitical stability. 7. Mexico. Close economic ties to the U.S. and growing manufacturing sector will drive growth. Japan. Aging population will slow growth, but technology leadership will keep it competitive. 9. Germany. Strong industrial base, but slower growth due to demographic challenges. 10. Nigeria. Africa's largest economy, driven by a large youthful population and resource wealth. Other economies expected to be in the top 50 include Turkey, Egypt, Vietnam, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Saudi Arabia, South Korea, Philippines, France, UK, Italy, South Africa, Thailand, Malaysia, Poland, UAE, Iran, Argentina, Colombia, Kenya, and more. Key growth trends from 2024 to 2050. Emerging markets. Economies like India, Indonesia, and Nigeria are expected to grow significantly, powered by population booms and industrialization. Technological leaders. Countries that invest in AI, automation, renewable energy, and biotech will see higher growth. Shifting economic power. Some European countries and the US may face slower growth as emerging economies rise. Top 10 strategies chief economists should take now. 1. Invest in human capital. Focus on education, skills, and health to foster a productive workforce, especially in fast-growing countries like India, Indonesia, and Nigeria. 2. Drive digital transformation. Prioritize technological advancements in AI, robotics, and digital infrastructure to boost productivity and competitiveness. 3. Invest in sustainable energy. Transition to renewable energy sources to address climate change while promoting energy independence and creating jobs. 4. Strengthen trade relationships. Foster trade agreements to secure markets for exports and diversify sources for imports, protecting economies from geopolitical risks. 5. Focus on inclusive growth. Ensure that economic benefits reach all sections of society by promoting equal access to opportunities, thus fostering social stability. 6. Diversify economies. Reduce reliance on natural resources by developing sectors like technology, finance, and services to make economies more resilient to global shocks. 7. Boost infrastructure investment. Enhance physical infrastructure, roads, ports, energy grids to support business activities and attract foreign investment. 8. Promote innovation ecosystems. Build environments that foster innovation by supporting startups, providing R&D incentives, and creating an agile regulatory framework. 9. Prepare for demographic changes. For aging nations, like Japan and some European countries, focus on pension reform, healthcare, and productivity enhancements to mitigate the economic drag from aging populations. 10. Manage debt and fiscal policy. Maintain sustainable fiscal policies and debt levels to ensure long-term economic stability, while investing wisely in growth-promoting projects. Top 10 factors that will help economies grow by 2050. 1. Technological advancements. AI, robotics, biotechnology, and blockchain will dramatically increase productivity and efficiency across industries. 2. Demographic trends. Countries with youthful growing populations like India and Nigeria will have larger labor forces, driving economic growth. 3. Sustainability and climate action. Economies that transition to renewable energy and adopt sustainable practices will attract investment and reduce risks from climate change. 4. Education and innovation. Nations that invest in education, R&D, and foster an innovative business environment will stay competitive. 5. Urbanization. Rapid urbanization will drive growth in countries like India, Indonesia, and Nigeria by increasing demand for infrastructure and services. 6. Globalization and trade. Continued integration into the global economy will allow countries to specialize in certain industries, driving growth through exports. 7. Economic diversification. Nations that reduce dependence on a single industry, particularly those dependent on natural resources, will be more resilient to economic shocks. 8. Political stability and governance. Countries with stable political environments and strong governance structures are more likely to attract foreign investment and experience steady growth. 9. Health and well-being. Investments in healthcare systems will improve productivity and reduce economic costs related to diseases and pandemics. 10. Foreign direct investment, FDI. Countries that create favorable conditions for FDI will see faster industrialization and economic modernization. By 2050, economies that can harness these factors and implement strategic policies today will see significant growth and prosperity, positioning themselves as global leaders. Here's a general overview of the top economies in 2024 and projected rankings for 2050, including GDP estimates, per capita income, and population figures. These figures are approximations based on various economic forecasts. Top economies in 2024. 1. United States, GDP, $26.8 trillion. Per capita income, $80,000 trillion. Population, per capita income, $80,000. Population, China, $335 GDP, $19.4 trillion. GDP, per capita income, $13,900. Per capita income, population, $13,900. Population, 1.4 billion. GDP, $4.9 trillion. GDP, $39,209 trillion. 39,200. Germany, $4.2 trillion. Per capita income, $56.2 trillion. Population, per capita income, $5,600. India, population, GDP, $3.7 trillion. India, per capita income, $3.7 trillion. Population, per capita income, $1.4 billion. Population, United Kingdom, GDP, $3.2 trillion. United Kingdom, per capita GDP, $3.2 trillion. Per capita population, 48,600. Population, France, 67 GDP, 3.0 trillion. France, per capita income, GDP, 45,000 trillion. Population income, 45,800. Population, Italy, 65.0 trillion. Per capita income, 33,000 trillion. Per capita income, 33,609. Population, 2.2 trillion. Per capita Canada, $58,200. Per capita population, $58,200. 10. Population, South Korea, 38 GDP, $1.8 trillion. South Korea, per capita GDP, $34,000 trillion. Per capita population, $34,800. 11. Population, $1.8 trillion. Per capita income, Russia, $12,1.8 trillion. Population income, $112,300. Population, Australia, $144 million. 1.5 trillion. Australia, per capita income, $1.5 trillion. Population income, $26,400. Population, Brazil, 26 million. 2.0 trillion. Brazil, per capita income, $9,500. Per capita income, population, $9,213 million. Population, 213 million. 1.5 trillion. Spain, 32,1.5 trillion. Population, 47,200. Population, Mexico, 7 million. 1.5 trillion. Mexico, 11,500. 1.5 population, 126 million. Population, 126 million. 1.4 trillion. Indonesia, $5,000. 1.4 trillion. 276 million. Population, 17. 276 million. GDP, 1 trillion. Turkey, per capita income, GDP, 12 trillion. Per capita income, 86 million. 18. Netherlands, 86 million. 1.0 trillion. 18. Per capita income, 58,000. 1.0 trillion. Per capita income, 58,000. Population, Saudi Arabia, 17 million. GDP, 1.0 trillion. Saudi Arabia, per capita income, 1.0 trillion. Population, per capita income, 3,200. Population, Switzerland, $900 billion. Per capita income, $900 billion. Population, per capita income, 108,000. Population, 8.6 million. Projected top economies in 2050. Projected China, top economies in 20 of 28,000. 1 China, population 40 trillion of 28,900. 2 population India, 1.4 billion. 30 trillion. 2 per capita income 21,000. 30 trillion. Population income 21,400. 3 population United States. 34 trillion dollars per capita income. 100 trillion dollars. Population per capita income 100,000. Population 380 million. GDP 7 trillion. Indonesia 25,400. 7 trillion. Population 305,400. 5 Brazil population 300 GDP 6 trillion. 5 capita income 28,300. 6 trillion. Population income 28,300. Population Nigeria 220 million. 5 trillion. 6 capita Nigeria 22,700. Per capita income 22,700. Population Ceremony 400 million. GDP 5 trillion. Ceremony per capita income GDP 60,000. 5 trillion. Per capita income, $60,000. Population, Russia, 80 million. 4 trillion. Per capita 27,800 trillion. Population 127,800. Population 140 Mexico, million. 4 trillion. Per capita income 22,200 trillion. Population income 22,200. Population 130 million. 4 trillion. Per capita income 31,500 trillion. Per capita income population $31,500. 11. Population United Kingdom GDP $3 trillion. United Kingdom income GDP $43,500. Per capita income $73,005. 12. Population $73 trillion. 12. Per capita income $46,000 trillion. Population per capita income $46,000. Population Turkey $65 trillion. Per capita income $22,000. Population income $24,000. 14. Population South Korea $85 million. GDP $14 trillion. South Korea per capita GDP $38,500. Per capita income population $38,500. Population 50 Saudi Arabia GDP $2 trillion. Saudi Arabia $48,600. $2 trillion. Population 48,600. Population 45 million. 2 trillion. Capita income 36,700. 2 trillion. Population income 56,700. Population Thailand GDP 1.5 17. Thailand capita income 23.5 trillion. Population capita income 27,700. Population 18 Spain 70 million. GDP 1.5 trillion. 18 Spain per capita income 1.32 trillion. 500 per capita income 32,500. Population 19 Pakistan million. GDP 1.5 trillion. Pakistan per capita income 1.5 trillion. Population per capita income 6,000. 20 Vietnam 300 million. 1.5 trillion. 20 Vietnam per capita income 1.5 trillion. Population per capita income 15,000. GDP values are in nominal terms. GDP values are in various factors such as inflation, currency on various factors such as inflation, currency exchange rates, and economic income is calculated by dividing the GDP by the total population by dividing the GDP by the total economic output per person. Providing an average population figures are estimates and can change due to demographic trends, migrations change due to demographic trends, migrations overview and government general framework for understanding economic projections. General framework for understanding economic projections will depend on numerous unpredictable scenarios.